We have shown you a path to greatness. That's the title of a message I received on this date a year ago in 2024, but it's a great place for me to begin because now I can explain my work. I can explain why you're on the planet at this time and you're meant to reach or achieve greatness in your life. And that means when you can accept who you are, understand your life path, your mission, why you're on the earth, what you're meant to do in this lifetime, or accomplish, or what you can contribute to the world, because we exist at a time of great change. And this is the day that you could probably make that change and decide to become your greatest self. We never know who we're going to be when we come into the world, and I could not have told you that my life would have led me to bringing in a philosophy that could cause anyone to live this great life, accomplish all their goals, and also change our world, because we're the ones who are creating it. But we just have to figure out how we're going to go about doing that. And we're each given something. Every person is born with a purpose, a life purpose, something that will unfold at the right time in your life and also in our world. And for many of us, that time is now. Our world is moving through a dramatic change, and I was given something to help us move through that transition. Now, we don't always accept who we're becoming. We will think that we're the imposter. We couldn't possibly do that thing that's in front of us, and many of us are feeling that way or could be feeling that way now. And I certainly was, because then we can also hide out. We can just hide from ourselves, and I've done that for quite a bit. Because what I've done is something that was kind of surprising to me, but I can no longer hide from it because it's something that could be so beneficial for so many others, because I lived a life bringing in something that could cause anyone to live a wonderful life now. And I wish I'd had it when I was growing up. That's one thing I can actually say, but I had to live it first, and I had to develop it just as you are doing something similar. But I'm going to read part of that message because there's also a little gift there at the end, which was a collection of Wilhelm messages, because there's an order in our universe that we can kind of figure out at times. We tap into it. There have been many others who have come before, who have lived before, who have told us about those things, especially between time and space, and everything is happening in this moment of now. Well, that's how I received information from Wilhelm, but then I have to incorporate it and integrate it just as you do. We all do, as that's how we evolve as humans. We learn things, we put it into our beings, we find new ways of living and creating the lives that we want to have, and also the world. And we're at that time now where that choice is becoming really apparent, meaning that you're going to have to choose yourself if you're going to want to prosper and really thrive during this time. And I have to do the same thing and to not hide from it. But the message last year was perfect for today, because that's how Wilhelm has recently shown me the information I've received is beforehand. It's precognitive. But it's been different than any other probably channel or information that you might have received, because it's a combination of things. It's universal consciousness, it's scientific principles, but what it all does is it causes you to understand who you are and to move through any blockages, any generational trauma, anything that was holding you back, and then you begin to heal, and then so does our planet. That's the plan, always. But we have to make a choice for that plan to come about. But as I show you the message for last year, and you can find it on the site, anyadvicefortoday.com, but it'll be fun to just go through it now, because it'll seem accidental, but it is not, that the words, the way they were written a year ago, were meant for today, because there is an energetic shift that is happening on this day, which Wilhelm knew and told us that last year. We have shown you a path to greatness. This greatness is not external to you, but a part of your being. We have guided you to discover it while reshaping your life and world. The only thing that separates you from this greatness is the recognition and acceptance of your inherent worth and value, and the belief in your ability to achieve your dreams and contribute to your world. We're presenting this to you today because of a significant energetic shift. If more of you choose to align with your life's purpose and embrace self love, the more you'll heal, the more your world will heal. Remember, your world and your life are interconnected. We had our messenger take advantage of your new technology to verify the planetary shifts occurring in your life and world and the alignment of our guidance, which none of you, including our messenger, could have entirely accepted until today. We will start with this information and have our messenger compile the guidance we have provided since 2008. Remember, while you literally experience life, our guidance transcends time. In 2008, one of the major astrological events was the ingress of Pluto into Capricorn. Pluto moved into Capricorn in January 2008, marking the beginning of a significant period of transformation and restructuring in societal, governmental, and corporate structures. Pluto is associated with deep transformation power and the uncovering of hidden truths, while Capricorn represents authority, discipline, and long-term goals. This ingress signaled a time of profound changes in how power and authority are perceived and wielded in the world. This significance of July 29th, 2024 lies in its connection to several notable astrological events, such as, and I've never studied astrology, I didn't know any of that, but Wilhelm did. And that's the thing that I had to come to accept, that when I was receiving this information, I developed the ability to interpret these cosmic changes, these energetic changes that were occurring in our lives and also in the world, which is why the world events were also talked about and brought about. And this day is an integral part. I'll leave a little document where it was broken down and show how Wilhelm's information has been in order of what is occurring in our world. And again, I could not have known that, but that was just an ability. You will develop some ability or some skill as you live your life that will cause you to see something in an entirely new way, and that's what occurred for me. But what I do know now, is what I'm finishing, is that accepting this work, accepting what I have developed, because I want you to accept what you will do as well. That was the best story that one of my coaches told me many, many years ago when I thought that everyone else had all the information. No, we all do. We just pass it on to others and we develop new ways of doing that. And my life led me to develop a brand new way of doing it, combining this intuition, this cosmic or spiritual information and wisdom and ancient wisdom, basically, and putting it together with practical, known, scientifically proven methods of change. Because the only difficulty that you have in your life is not being able to change, not or being fearful of change, fearful of yourself, whatever it might be. And so we have developed techniques, self-actualization. We know about when we start understanding synchronicities a little bit more, which is how this work was developed. So I'm saying this because now what is happening, I was really shocked at what I had developed, even though I'm seeing and witnessing the results in my life and in my body, because what happens is when you become aligned with who you are, everything changes. You start to attract different things into your life. You start to see yourself in a different way. Everything shifts. And that's what this work is, and that's why I am shifting. I put out something a few days ago, and I had a special on this because I want people to come in and try it. So there is a code that you can use, and I'll put it here, and it is still in force. It's New Moon 50, but you can see it if you use that code when you go to the website. But this is what happens when you come into this work. You start to understand where you've been held back. People ask, what is this work supposed to do for anyone? It's supposed to get you to allow you to understand your importance, to live the life you're meant to have. And it doesn't matter where you start. You could be a young person coming into it, and now you're using techniques that have been proven so that you don't have to go through a lot of the other things that many of us have had to live. And then even if you're an older person, you come into this work. I'm saying this because everyone, this is exactly what's happened. Everyone who's used it has had this experience. You're an older person, you start to reinterpret your life in an entirely new way, and you still come up with finding the contribution that you can still make because it's a change of perception. And at my age, I can say that because I do know, but I had to live this. But the acceptance was really challenging, which you will move through. We will all have doubt and we will have fear. And especially during this time of great change, we've had a lot of that. But that's exactly why this work came through. When I was told I was given something many, many years ago that was meant to come to the world because it would help the world become better, become more of what it could be, I had to accept that myself first, and now that's what I've done. And so I'm completing all of this. I have people in this work who are having such a great time with it, and we're doing so much more. And that's what you will see is the description of all of this, how it works, because it's changing you gradually. Every single day, you are becoming new. You're understanding more about yourself. You're letting go of a limitation. You're becoming what you're meant to be. I had to have artificial intelligence analyze all of this work because I received it from a different source. And what it says is that this is a blueprint for humankind, a blueprint that can allow any individual to understand who they are and ascend to a higher state of understanding. They self-actualize, they become self-empowered. That's what happens. So I advise you to check it out now because it will be the thing that changes your life. And I can say this because I guarantee that you're going to have the results. You're going to move into a new understanding of yourself, a new peace, a new love of yourself, new enthusiasm because now you're doing the thing that you know you came to the world to do. And I can say all of this because I had to move through it, but that allowed me to create the work that I can give to you so you don't have to do that anymore. And you'll do something like that yourself because we all come in to offer something as that message says. And today the message says more of you will change because that's the energetic shift that is happening, and more of us will take that step as I'm doing and finally saying to the world, this is what I've been doing. This is what I've spent my entire life creating, bringing something that could change anyone's life and change our world because more people would understand who they are, become happy, prosperous, successful, and fall in love with themselves. And that creates a very different environment for all of us. So please check it all out and again, you can use New Moon 50 for the code at the site, and that's only going to be for a few people moving forward because we're going to get so much more done now because it's time for you to become your greatest self because it's within you. See you soon.